Hello Libra, thank you very much for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Lima Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. I already shuffled relationship first, singles second. I didn't have that much coffee, but I feel like I'm talking really fast, which I think I talked really fast during the Gemini one too, so I'm trying to pull that down. I don't know if I just caught into the energy and just went on the roller coaster, or if it's... I didn't really have a lot of caffeine, so I don't know. They're all on your partner's side. All the oracle cards are on your partner's side. Alright. What do we got going on here? Now, I'm getting these two cards kind of connecting here with what's currently going on and where you're headed in the future. I see you with the Knight of Cups, like an offer of love is usually what that is, just bare bones. And it's going towards the Page of Pentacles, where I feel like you're coming forward with an offer of love. You seem to be trying to get your partner to do something that you want to enjoy, or is this more time on your own? More time on your own. It seems like you actually need a little bit of time on your own. Now, if this is happening because you want it to or not, you want it to. Alright, so if I'm feeling if this reading is hitting with you, you need a break. You need some time on your own. And it doesn't mean that there's a lot of time you need. It's just like, you need some time on your own. How much is up to you? Because I'm seeing a person on their own. I'm literally seeing somebody next to the water enjoying, it looks like a glass of wine, to be honest with you. Which clearly is not going to hit with everybody. I get that. But the gist of it is you need just a moment to relax. Nobody really around you, just where you can just sort your thoughts out and just kind of enjoy a moment, a peaceful moment on your own. It's not that you don't want to be with your partner, but I feel like it's just a quiet moment where you can just be okay. Just let things be. And I'm getting for some of you, even though you need this moment, it's not that you don't want your partner there. It just feels like when it comes forward, it's just you're kind of on your own. It's just you're having a moment by yourself. Because I feel like I'm getting it for some of you, it doesn't matter if your partner's there or not. You can still have that peaceful moment, but I feel like it's coming... You're going definitely towards wanting a peaceful moment. Let's leave it at that. Now, your partner... I'm seeing a lot of love here. I'm seeing the Ace of Cups on their side. I'm seeing... Was there another love card? I'm seeing the Ace of Cups, where they're standing. So I'm feeling like they want to be near you. They definitely do. And I'm getting like, well, they got the true love come to me on their side too. So there's another love card, quite frankly. Where they're standing is the Two of Wands. I'm getting, the Two of Wands is like they're looking at decisions and they're trying to get you to do something with them. I feel like that's very bare bones. Now, when I'm looking back on this, I'm seeing that Knight of Cups on your side, and I'm kind of curious why the energy of you enjoying yourself on your own is coming through. Because the Knight of Cups, that's usually an offer of love. But I'm feeling like, see, I'm not feeling another person with this, which is interesting. I feel like you need to be on your own and you need to sort out your feelings and think about the relationship. I feel like you need to have a moment by yourself. That Knight of Cups feels like you need time on your own to decide what you want this to be, what type of offer you want to give to your partner. That's really curious, because for the Knight of Cups, he's usually moving forward, he's usually giving an offer of love. I'm getting you need time, you want time on your own. I just feel it again. It's coming through that way, and I'm kind of perplexed. Alright, they're showing me another card to pull in here. So, the Three of Wands with the Knight of Cups, you have plans for the future, but you need some time on your own to decide exactly what you want. You're working on this offer of love. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. Because they're showing me more here. It's like, I'm seeing one energy, like, they're showing me like a queen, which it's not held to a gender, but I'm seeing a queen hand over a cup of of love to a knight, but the knight gets to decide what to do with it. It's almost like she's saying, take this somewhere and protect it, but it's up to you what you decide, where you decide is best to put this cup to protect it. It's up to you to do what you need to do. I just need you to protect it. If this cup is yours, I just need you to, make sure it's taken care of. It's completely in your completely in your ballpark what to do with it, though. And that's what I'm feeling. That's why, okay, this makes more sense to me. So it's coming over to you. You're kind of the knight. The offer has been given. Your partner has this true love come to me with the Two of Wands. They're like, here's what I'm thinking, but you decide what you want. Here's what I'm thinking. You decide what you want. That's you taking this cup, holding it to the side, and you just have to have a moment by yourself. And you have to decide, now that I have this, where do I want to take this? What do I want to do with it? It's mine, but now what do I want to do with it? Is that right? Okay. Because you're the knight, and I feel like you need to take it to the side, and you have to decide where you're going to take it. Is that right? Because I'm getting the Three of Wands, like you're ready to go off into the future. You need to take it somewhere, but I feel like you need to take it somewhere where you can just take a moment and decide what you really want. So it's like the forward motion is here, something needs to happen, the motion is here, but I feel like you need to decide what to do with it. And the reason is, this offer of love is a game changer. The Death card is here telling me your relationship is going into a new level. Or should be. And I'm like, the energy coming through with these cards, I'm just like, that offer of love feeling here. Because the way it feels is like, if I was just reading these cards the way it is, I would expect the reverse. I really would. But the way it feels like your partner's saying, this is what I have to offer you. You can do what you want with it, but this is yours. Decide what you want. And you're just you got the Knight energy. The Knight usually takes direction, and I feel like this is out of place. It doesn't feel like this is how maybe you would expect this to come through, but I'm getting you're presented with options, and you're not looking for that. You're looking for like a yes-no situation, but it's instead of yes-no, it's like you decide what you want. It just feels out of place to me. And I'm getting what comes forward is the Page of Pentacles. It's like you need some time to really think about this. Because spiritually you're at that spot with the Three of Wands. I'm just getting like I don't feel it pushing forward yet though. And I feel like it's weird. Like all this momentum to push forward is there. It wants to go forward. I just don't feel like it's going forward. I feel like you're at that spot where you know it's time to move forward, and you're realizing this is either the make it or break it moment. It's almost how that feels. And you're just kind of like, I don't really feel like it's time for me to do this just yet. And I feel like that's the thing. The moment is here. The moment has come to move forward. The moment has come for the Knight to move forward. And it's just kind of like, I don't really think I want to yet. Now, the challenge card here is the Four of Pentacles. And I feel like the reason that challenge card is there is because you're kind of going through the thought, and I don't feel like you're ready to move forward. I just don't feel like you're ready to move forward, and I feel like that's the kicker here. And I'm getting what this seems to be heading towards is just kind of nullifying the situation. Is this right? They're telling me we're going down the right path. They're telling me just to keep going with it. And I'm definitely an intuitive reader, and I get that. But when I'm seeing these cards, I'm just like, the way this information is hitting, I'm questioning it. I'm just like, this feels so out of place for this card to me. Like when I'm looking at it analytically based on what I'm feeling and the information flowing through, it just doesn't feel like it matches to me just yet. But they're like, keep going, you'll see. So I'm going to keep going. Your partner has the Eight of Pentacles on their side for their challenge card. I feel like they're coming to this point too soon. And I feel like that's the big thing here. This is coming too soon. that's why the 8 is a challenge. That's why the 8 of Pentacles is a challenge. It's kind of like they're pushing something forward. They're trying to get this. It's almost like it looks on paper like it's time to go forward. So they're like, all right, well, it looks on paper like it's time to go forward. Let's go forward. I just don't feel like it's time for the situation to move forward yet. And I'm getting that's why you're having a hard time with this. Because it's not, it may look like it on paper, like for example, maybe you've been together a year and a half and you're like, well, maybe it's time to move in. Yet you don't really want to. It doesn't feel right. And I'm getting that's why you have that's why the Knight is on your side, because you have the power to say yes or no. And I'm getting like you're not ready either. You don't want this to move forward yet. I don't feel like you really do. And even though that Knight energy is on your side, you're feeling kind of like you should be moving forward, but you don't really want to. And I'm feeling like you're holding back and you might be kind of stalling it out. I'm floored with the Knight being here. And the Knight really not moving is the energy that I'm feeling. I'm just kind of floored with that. I'm getting what's happening next is the 8 of Cups with your partner. I'm getting they're wondering why this isn't moving forward. 8 of Cups. They're not sure what the future is going to hold here. Excuse me. They're not feeling... I'm not seeing devastation cards on their side. I feel like the relationship is good, but this next level thing, I feel like you're connecting with it before they are, that it's not the time for it. Ironically, though, what is the reason it's not the time is my question, because spiritually you have that 3 of Wands, like, and I'm almost saying, like, are you ready to move forward, yet realizing that they're not? Is that more the issue here? Because I feel like you might be ready to move forward, but not... You might be ready to move forward, but not comfortable moving forward. Is this where we're evolving this to? Because even though you're ready, you're not feeling like this is the good time to do this, and you might be connecting with their energy, even though they love you and they have those feelings for you. Spiritually, they got the Queen of Pentacles with the wisdom. They're doing what they feel is necessary to keep the situation going. They're doing what they feel is expected, and I feel like that might be a problem. The energy here is just a little bit interesting, in my opinion, and I'm just trying to see if there's something else I need to connect with, because what I'm feeling is you have all the green lights, but you're feeling like it's not the right idea. I'm getting the way these cards are feeling to me is like you have the green lights, you're ready, you were actually ready to move forward, but you're very perceptive and you're seeing that your partner, they're going along with it and they're doing what is expected, but it doesn't feel right, and it doesn't feel like they're actually on board or ready. They're not ready to do this. You seem to be connecting with, you realize that they love you, you're not questioning it, but I feel like what you're looking at is somebody who's moving something forward and doing what they feel you want them to do because they love you, but they really are not into it. And I feel like you're getting that, like, you know what, even though I'm ready to move forward, I feel like this could be a mistake at this time. I don't feel like it's the right time. Even though I'm ready to do this and I would like to do this, I feel like it's a mistake at this time. And I feel like that's why the Knight is standing down. I feel better about that. I feel like it took a lot to get there, but I feel like the Knight is standing down because it's the right action. Because I know with the Knights, like, I feel a Knight, especially this one, the way it's coming through, is a very honorable Knight. And just because the Knight has the power to push something forward doesn't mean they will. Because I feel like this Knight will do what's right. I'm doing the rhyming lately. It's driving me crazy. So I feel like the reason you're not moving forward is because even though you want to, and it's there for you to move forward if you'd like to, you're like, this isn't right. This isn't a good idea right now. And I'm getting your partner on the 8 of Cups side in the future. They seem to feel like there's still a future with you, but I'm getting that things are stagnating out, and it's just kind of like they're not sure where this is going, and I feel like they're a little worried about it, to be honest. A little worried why this isn't moving forward, but a little relieved at the same time, because I feel like this is stagnating out. And I'm getting that that's good. Like, I feel like, because yours, what makes things better for you is the Seven of Swords. You're not moving forward. That Knight of Cups, and this makes more sense why. This seems to be matching with that Knight of Cups. Like, it's not happening. You're just seeming to kind of move on from the thought. You're just like, no. And I feel like this is why you need time on your own to really think about what needs to happen here, because you're just like, this isn't right. I don't feel right about this. It doesn't seem like this is good timing. And this is justice for your partner and the peaceful resolution. Peace. This is good. This is not the time to move forward. I feel like you're on board with that. You seem to connect to it and realize, I could get what I want now, but it's going to self-destruct, or it's going to be a problem. It's just not the right thing to do right now. And I feel like that's where you're standing. It's not the right thing to do right now. I can move forward. I have that Knight energy. I can get this going. I got the green light. I just don't feel like it's right. I have to rhyme apparently today. Sorry. You're nullifying it out. You're just kind of letting it become a non-issue. I feel like that's the right thing to do, too. This was an interesting reading. And I feel like I was fighting this Knight energy the whole time until just now. Especially when they're cluing me in. They're like, that's why we gave you this other card to go with it. Just because you can go forward doesn't mean you will go forward. I feel like that's you're nullifying it out, because you're like, I can do it. I have the green light. I can get what I want. But it's just, it's like you're looking at it down the road, and you're seeing down the road, like, this is not gonna work. I can get what I want now, but later I'm gonna pay for it, and I don't want that. I feel like you're seeing it. For now, I feel like this is a good decision. I don't feel like it's destroying anything. I just feel like it's a smart decision for now. All right, I'm gonna let that be what it is. I'm sure the comments below will tell me what y'all think about that. So thank you for the comments, especially when I'm fighting that energy. I don't know. I fought that energy the whole time. I'm just like, that's not what that card usually means, and it's bothering me. It's like, what are we going for here? But they're like, no, we're showing you, because the ability to do that, yet walking away from it and nullifying it out for the reasons you are, it's what's got to be done. All right, let's do Libra singles. Single Libras, information for single Libras, empowering information to help them move forward the way they want to help them see the truth of a situation so they can actually make decisions and move forward in a productive way to move forward the way they want to. Alright, we got some Queen energy going on here. We got some King energy going on here. And we got the Six of Swords at the bottom. Let's see where this is going. Six of Swords is usually a moving on energy. Let's see where that's going to... I feel like that might be already spoiling the reading and telling you that this is going to actually be something that you move on from. And that may be true. I feel like there's details here that explain the why. I'm noticing that Queen energy at the top and in the center. It's the Queen of Cups at the top and the Queen of Wands at the bottom. And I feel like we'll talk about that in a second. I mean, it's all cohesive, and I get that, but where the situation seems to be, it feels like it lingers through the whole thing. There's a strong energy coming towards you. You got the King of Swords in your environment. Somebody seems to be, it's the way that this person talks, I feel. Because it leaves you in a state of the Hanged Man and the Page of Swords. You're standing with the Page of Swords. That's where you're standing. And the Hanged Man seems to be the current of this whole situation. And the Hanged Man is a situation where it's just not really evolving, but it's not going away. It's not going forward. It's not going backward. It's just kind of stagnant. It's like stagnant water. And the longer it sits there, the more it just starts to stink. It's just not good. And I feel like that's the situation. This person, I'm getting, and it seems like it fluctuates depending on how it is for you, but they've had an influence in your life where you just don't understand where they stand. You're just not sure what exactly they want, where exactly they're going, where they're coming from. I'm getting the Moon card with the King of Swords. Like, they just seem like they're a mystery. And I feel like this is the history of the situation. Like, you just don't know what to make of this person. And I feel like the more questions answered, the more questions you have. And I'm getting this person just feels more and more like a mystery. I'm getting that King of Swords with the moon coming together. Like, you just don't know what to make of this person. Sometimes you think you do, and then you're like, well, I thought I did, but now this has happened, so that doesn't make sense. It just seems like left-right things, and this person seems very contradictory, to be honest. And I feel like they make you uncomfortable, which is another reason for this Hanged Man energy. You don't know what to make of them, and they make you uncomfortable to boo. Those two things, like, you're just not confident with this person. You just don't know what to make of them. The thing is, you have the Queen of Cups with the Trust at the top. You're holding back how you feel for this person because they do have your interest. They have your attention, and you would like to understand them more. You have interest. There's a little bit of a spark feel here to me. But you're holding it back. You're not sharing that because the Trust card is saying you're trying to find a way to understand them so you can trust them. But I feel like the trust is what's in question here. And that's why that's why the Queen is holding back her cup. And don't get caught up in the gender, of course. I always say that. But you're holding back your feelings because you're trying to find a way to trust this person. You're trying to find a way to understand them so you can find a way to trust them. You want to just understand, like, they have good intentions or where they're going. You're trying to find a way to trust them. If you can find a way to trust them, you will share this cup. The thing is, you're uncomfortable around this person and you don't understand where they're coming, what they're talking. You don't get it. They just don't make sense, which is keeping you in this Hanged Man feeling. Like, you're just like, I can't really share. I don't want to put myself out there. I don't want to make myself vulnerable until I have something to stand on to understand what this person wants and what's going on. In the center, what I'm getting is the Two of Wands with the Queen of Wands. I feel like you're actively trying to find out or get more information. Currently, in the center here, you're not accepting this Moon card energy. You're just like, all right, it seems like a big mystery. I don't know where they're coming from or what they want, but I need to find out. I want to find a way to trust this person. If I can just understand where they're standing, where they're going, what they want, I can work with that, but I need to know that. You got the Two of Wands with the Queen of Wands. And I'm getting here, you're trying to find ways to just actively get in there and figure out what's going on. You're actively going into the situation. When I'm feeling her energy, she's a doer, definitely a doer. And I feel like you're getting into it and you're doing this Two of Wands, like you're trying to find out this or that. You're trying to find out not so much through conversation, but through action. You're trying to find out how this person is reacting to this situation and that situation. You're trying to see how they go about things. You're trying to find a different way to figure out this puzzle. Talking isn't working. So you're actively getting involved with this person in one way or another just to find out how they handle things. So that's why I feel like you got the fire energy. You're actively getting involved with this person. You're either trying to help them, you're getting involved with something they do. You want to see them in action. So the Queen energy is telling me at this point you're just sick of this Moon energy where you don't know what they're talking about. Talking is not working. So you're actively getting involved to see how they handle things. That and the Two of Wands is like you're trying to find different ways to do that. Is that good? Are we good? Okay. Now, you got the Home Safe Protection right on top of these cards, which is telling me you just want to, you're trying to find a way to trust this person. You're trying to find something to hold on to. You're trying to see the good side of this person. The Home Safe Protection is like you're not going to put yourself out there until you feel safe. And you need that trust to feel safe. I'm not going to beat that one to death because I feel like that one just kind of goes along with those things. I feel like that's just common knowledge. I feel like that's obvious. But, let me know in the comments if you don't think so. Eight of Cups in the future. Eight of Cups. I'm getting you still, even going through that, and I feel like I'm shortcutting this, but I just don't feel... You're not finding answers, is the thing. You get the Eight of Cups, but you notice that moon is right there. Look how strong. It's a bright, beautiful moon on that card. I'm feeling the moon still exists. Like, you still don't know what this person is about. No answers. Still no answers. You're like, there's possibilities out there, but... And you've gotten a lot more information, but you still don't know what they want or where they're going. And I feel like this is talking about why the Hanged Man is living through this whole situation, why you got the Six of Swords at the bottom of the situation. Because you can't seem to figure it out, answers just never seem to come, you're ending up with this Eight of Swords energy with the divine guidance. I'm getting you're just feeling stuck, which is why you're moving on. The Six is moving on. The Six is moving on. The Eight is feeling stuck. Like you just can't seem to get out of this situation. And you're feeling like there's no way for you to find more information, no way to fix this, no way to find out a resolution. Definitely the Eight is an illusion card. It's where you feel trapped, but you're not really trapped. But I'm getting, it's because you can't get these answers and you just don't seem to be finding what you want. You're deciding it's time to move on. And I'm getting divine guidance here is saying, divine guidance seems to be reinforcing the Eight. In the sense of like, this really isn't something for you. So this feeling of being trapped is actually serving a purpose. The purpose is to move you on from it, to let it go and keep going. Answers are possible, but I just don't feel like it's not, there's no purpose to it. It's better for you to move on than to keep digging deeper is what I'm getting. The only card I haven't talked about is in your thoughts is the Knight of Pentacles. And I feel like this is just reiterating anything we've already talked about. Like you're constantly through this whole situation dedicated to figuring out the mystery. It's just that you never seem to be able to. It's just like a mystery that leads into more mysteries that leads into more mysteries. And you're just like, I don't even remember what the original mystery was. It's just we're so deep in this. Like I have to have notes upon notes just to remember my notes. It's ridiculous. I'm just getting, in your thoughts, like this just seems like it's a never-ending battle, that you're just going to constantly have to keep trying to figure out this person, and you're just never going to get the answers. Which is another factor here why you're ending up in this Eight of Swords energy, and I get that. But I think I'm going to reiterate this just one more time. The Eight of Swords, I feel like this actually serves you. Which may seem a little bit contradictory to most people how they feel about the Eight of Swords energy, but I feel like the fact that you're feeling trapped, like you can't get answers, like there's nothing left for you to do, this is actually leading you to the Six of Swords energy. It's getting you to move on. Divine guidance is saying, that's good, move on, this is not for you. Let this one go, move on to something else. Happiness is somewhere else for you. This one is not a match for you is what they're saying. That's what I'm feeling. This one is not a match for you. Move on from it. Are we good? They're telling me we hit whatever I needed to say there, so I feel like it came around. So I'm not going to beat it any more to death than I already have. So I will thank you for watching. Of course, if you would like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.